Those are human teeth, except for the canines.
Hey there, fans of all things scary. This is Vince with Team Skulleton Crew, and I thought I might take you on a quick trip to Atlanta's own Oddities shop, Rainy Day Revival. They have a Halloween exhibit going on right now, and I thought that might be a great thing to have a little look at. So let's go inside and get a peek at what's going on. You'll know you're in the right place when you found the Headless Horseman and the Weird Stuff sign. So let's check out Rainy Day Revival.
Hey, welcome in.
Thank you.
Here for the museum today?
Gonna see some of the museum and some of the vintage Halloween exhibit that you've got going on.
Oh, awesome. Well, how'd you guys hear about us?
I live around here and have heard about you since a good while back.
Very cool. Well, let me get you guys going. So this is Rainy Day Revival Oddities store. It's our retail space. We have rare antiques. We have some vintage themed seasonal items for the Halloween season. We'll have art from local artists that we feature here, bones and specimens if that's your jam. We got that for you as well. But our actual gallery and museum space will be back here, so let's head that way.
Okay. There's stuff everywhere you look.
Exactly. I like to say we aren't huge, but we are dense.
Wow.
Find anything you like already? Gonna buy the store? These guys are on sale right now, by the way, so. What'd you guys think? Was it spooky? Yeah, very good. Well, right now for the Halloween season, we are featuring our Vintage Halloween Gallery. Just kind of a fun way to explore decades past and how other generations celebrated and cherished Halloween. So you'll find lots of vintage cards, blow molds, all kinds of decor.
Is this from one person's collection?
It is supposed to be from one person's collection. That is correct, yes.
Wow. I can remember some of these, like the
Beazle
skeleton.
And we did, yeah, I think that might be the Beazle. I might be pronouncing that wrong. And in fact, I thought at first this was like an advertisement poster for an event, but I guess it's actually, there would have been a packaged, it was like part of the package for a full-size skeleton. I thought this one was really cool. I was kind of researching it. I think it's 1950s, don't quote me.
Oh, you're quoted. But...
Oh no! This is like an old German hat. So turn of the century, early 1900s, if I remember correctly.
Wow.
And then we have some of these Victorian or early century postcards and invitations. And I don't know if these are specifically, I know that this is by a very famous artist and that some of these used to be hand painted, which is really cool.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But
definitely some before my time.
Yes, yes. And I like to think about some of the light, like these little blow modes. See these rich witches?
Uh-huh.
All of these actually would have lit up. Like they would have had lights in them. Like these have a little light on the inside, which is kind of cool.
Very cool. Old masks.
All right, and the museum will be back here. I like to say it is not huge, but it is dense. You will find all kinds of curiosities. We have memento mori stuff from the Victorian era. We have a funerary science section. We have, I believe it might be the largest taxidermy of odd or weird taxidermy. So you'll see a lot of animals with extra legs or heads.
Awesome.
We also have some Victorian specimens and also a gaff section, so you'll see like a Fiji mermaid. And then one of my favorite things that we just acquired is an iron lung, which is really cool. Also smaller than I expected. So there was a guy who recently passed away that had lived his entire life in an iron lung. And when I think about that and this amount of space, I'm sort of just amazed, truthfully. So anyway, as you explore the museum, we do have a scavenger hunt that one of our really cool artist friends made for us. So it sort of follows a straight line to the back and a B shape on the way back around. And it's just a really great way to sort of notice some of the cool things we have in there and make your way through. The other thing I would say, once you're inside, we have a few signs in the museum that say do not take pictures, but that is a total lie, obviously. Please take all the pictures. This is actually a 501(c)(3). We are a nonprofit, so all of the promotion is very helpful to us. In fact, we have a whole nother warehouse of stuff, so one day the dream would be to expand and have a larger space for events and such, because I don't think we've talked about this yet, but we do actually host local events. So we have art classes that we have, like Indie Craft Spooktacular or the collage art class. We host for the Atlanta Collage Art Collective. We're having Eddie Munster come on Monday for our Munster Mash. We have several vendors that are locally showing up to sample their wares or sell, or just, be part of the spooky season fun with families and friends. So anyway, yeah, enjoy. If you have any questions, let me know.
I will just go explore.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, I'm gonna ask my friend Noelle.
Hello. Come on back with me.
To show us a little bit about some of the exhibits here in the museum.
I'm going to show you one of the first things they showed me when I started volunteering here in October 2024 now. It's crazy, it's been a year.
2024.
So
all right.
This bear head came from the office of a prison doctor, and every time he would pull a tooth doing dental work for one of the prisoners, he would put the human tooth in the bear. So if you look at all of the teeth, those are human teeth, except for the canines.
That is pretty bizarre.
And if you aren't looking, you'll miss it. So I bring people back a lot and remind them, look from your toes all the way up to the ceiling, because there's always something interesting to be found in here.
Most definitely.
Okay, so this is our carnival area. And if you come on over this way, you will see our collection of two-headed taxidermied animals. We have the largest privately owned collection of two-headed taxidermied animals in the country. And when I volunteer here, I think one of the most commonly asked questions I get are these real? Yep, these are all real.
Wow. And I saw more out in the museum area. Or up front. More animals, right?
I know. One of the employees who I met when I first started likes to say that some of the most special creatures don't get to live as long, so they come to us to be taken care of when their time is done.
And they can be taken care of for a long time from there on.
And we'll take care of them and carry on their memory and help other people learn about their lives.
That is awesome. And the iron lung. This might be my favorite oddity. Maybe not enough to buy it, but I'm loving it. I'm not loving it. A McDonald's Ouija board. I pity the fool. Gator boy. All right. So thanks to Noelle and Rachel for the great behind the scenes information about the tour. If you're in Atlanta, and want to see a great oddity store, an oddity museum, and a lot of two-headed animal taxidermy, come and check out Rainy Day Revival. It's located in Chamblee, Georgia, and you can look them up online. They're open from 11 to 5 o'clock on Thursdays, Fridays. Look them up to be sure of the times. So that was a little treat inside Atlanta's Oddity Shop. And until next time, stay scary.